This video tutorial explains what a null pointer exception is in Java. We'll also cover how to identify what caused it and how to fix it. Before we start explaining null pointer exception, let's first understand what an object reference is in Java. Consider this code. The statement creates an object of string class using new keyword and assign it to a reference named str. Here the str is an object reference of type string. In Java, objects are created in heap memory and variables on the stack just hold the memory address. Here, the variable str is on the stack and it points to the object hello stored in the heap. The diagram shows the stack holding the address and the heap storing the actual string hello. Here, since str points to a real object in memory, we can call methods like str.toUpperCase on it without any problem. Java simply follows the reference to the heap and executes the method on that object. Let's look at this line of code. Here, I am declaring a reference variable str of type string. But instead of pointing to an actual string object in the heap, it is assigned the value null. That means, right now, str is not pointing to anything, it's just empty. Now let's understand what a null pointer exception is. If str is assigned to null, it means there's no object in the heap for it to point to. Now if we call str.toUpperCase, Java doesn't know where to go and it throws a null pointer exception. Let's talk about some common causes of a null pointer exception. Here are some common cases where a null pointer exception can occur: calling methods on a null object reference, accessing or modifying fields of a null object, taking the length of a null array, accessing elements of a null array, throwing null as a throwable value. So in short, all these cases happen because we are treating null like a real object, but it's not. In this example, str is null. So when we try str.toUpperCase, Java immediately throws null pointer exception because there is no object to call the method on. If we declare %p equals null and then call p.setName John, this fails. Why? Because p doesn't point to any real object, so there is no setName method available to call. Here, we declare string builder r equals null. Since the array itself is null, asking for its length using a .length will cause a null pointer exception. Similarly, if the array is null, trying to access r0 fails. Java says, you don't even have an array, how can I give you element 0? And throws null pointer exception. And finally, if we try to throw null as an exception, like throw t, where t is null, Java has nothing to throw. So it throws a null pointer exception instead. Now let's actually look at some code to see how a null pointer exception happens in code. Let's write a small Java class to demonstrate how to find the exact line that causes a null pointer exception. Here, we have a class demo with a main method. We declare a string builder variable sb and assign it null. Then we create constructor and print message method to simply print the content of string builder. Notice, nothing fancy here, just a simple program to demonstrate the exception. Let's understand the program line by line. Here the class demo has one string builder instance variable named sb. The public constructor appends a string to that string builder object. But notice, the variable sb was declared, yet it was never initialized with new string builder. The class demo also has a method called print message, which simply prints the string builder content. In the main method, we create an object of the demo class and then call the print message method. Now, let's run this code and see what happens. The code throws a null pointer exception. Let's analyze the output and try to understand why this happened. Reading the exception is the most important thing while trying to understand what went wrong. Generally, this is how Java exceptions is printed in the console. The first line shows the thread name, exact exception and exception message. In our example, the main is thread name. Java.lang.nullPointer exception is the exception name. And this is exception message. Now let's read the exception. The Java stack trace starts from the end. In our example, the main thread gets called first, so it is printed at the end. The demo constructor gets called next. Now understand how to fix the null pointer exception in our code. When the main method creates an object of the demo class in the first line, it is shown at second last position, just above the main method. This is the line where the exception has occurred. Now with the help of the exception message and stack trace, we can easily conclude that the string builder object is null, that is why the exception has occurred. To fix this, we create new string builder object and assign it to the SP reference. After saving the code and running it again, this time the code does not throw the null pointer exception. I hope this explanation makes it clear how to analyze a stack trace, identify the root cause of the error and apply the right fix. I hope this video helps you to identify why the null pointer exception happen in Java. Thank you for watching.